व्यापकं ब्रह्मवेदस्वरूपम् निजं निर्गुणं निर्विकल्पं निरीहम् चिदाकाशमाकाशवासं भजेऽहम् निराकारमोङ्कारमूलं तुरीयम् गिराज्ञानगोतीतमीशं गिरीशम् करालं महाकालकालं कृपालम् गुणागारसंसारपारं नतोऽहम् तुषाराद्रिसङ्काशगौरं गभीरम् मनोभूतकोटिप्रभाश्रीशरीरम् स्फुरन्मौलिकल्लोलिनी चारुगङ्गा.
All right. Good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing? Good morning. Come on, camera. Show up. How is your energy level this morning? How are you feeling? Give me one word. Good, bad, energetic. How is the energy? How are you feeling? Great. Okay. What about others? What about others? Okay. All right. So today is day number 2. And yesterday we spoke about health, right? Today, the one important part of our life is just a rhyming word, which is wealth. Okay. Now, when we talk about wealth, I have seen multiple people who are very confused with between the income and the wealth. Like they are like, what they're earning, their income is their wealth. It's not like that. So, wealth is something which is you have kept aside even though you are not working. For example, income is completely dependent upon when you are active, when you are working, when you are trading time for money. But wealth is something which is when you are able to use even though you are not working. Right? For example, I have created a wealth, I have saved something, and I am not working for 6 months. I can easily take my life with smooth, with that same consistency which I was able to do with my current income. Getting my point? So that is the difference between wealth and income. So it's a very important parameter of life because we have not been taught about financial education since childhood. However, there are multiple countries, for example, Japanese and all, they teach their kids from 5 years about the wealth importance, about the importance of building wealth, accumulating wealth, and how it is important. So today I am going to explain that in detail, why it is important, how you can do that. Okay. So creating wealth is somehow if you can divide the income that you are getting into three different jars or maybe three different brackets. So always remember whatever you are earning, whether it is 100 rupees, 500 rupees, 1000 rupees, lakh, crore, whatever is your income. If you are not dividing that income into three different jars, then if at the end of the year, if you see yourself, you will feel that, okay, whatever I have made money, I was living paycheck to paycheck. So what should be the ratio? What should be the fraction wherein you have to divide the money? It should be like, you have to spend 50% on your needs. Now, needs comprises of your current food intake that you are taking, your current maybe rent or accommodation, whatever you are spending. It should be, going to the, if in case you are married, it's going to your kids' education. If in case you have, some elder people in your home, their medical expenses or your own medical expenses, that is all coming into your needs. Then want. Obviously, you will say, if I am earning, if I am making money, it does not make sense if I kill my desires every single time and I am living a very hard life, right? So we need some money for our desires, for our wants. So the second bracket is want, wherein you are putting 20 or 25% of the money, or maybe you can keep it 30%, but this ratio, this fraction should be constant for you, right? 50% should go to the need part, wherein you are taking care of your basic needs, right? Then 30% to your wants, and the leftover, which is 20%, it should go to savings and investments. Okay. And when it comes to savings and investment, make sure you have multiple sources wherein you are putting your money into your savings. It should not like that कि जो भी आपके पास lump sum है, whatever amount is there for 20%, you are just putting it into one basket कि आपने बस FD करा दी and that छुट्टी. No, it should be not like that. You are dividing that money into multiple brackets, multiple things. थोड़ा सा पैसा हमने एफडी में लगा दिया, थोड़ा सा हमने आरडी में लगा दिया. सो दीज आर दी राइट वे अवेलेबल मनी जो आप तुरंत निकाल सकते हो, राइट? यू हैव अ मैच्योरिटी पीरियड एंड यू कैन विदड्रॉ द मनी, बट यू शुड ऑल्सो बी कीपिंग द मनी फॉर सम लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टमेंट्स. सो देर आर डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट्स, लॉन्ग टर्म, शॉर्ट टर्म, and caps are there. So depending upon your knowledge, if in case you don't have knowledge, expand the knowledge about savings and investment so that you are securing your future, right? So you are able to secure the future. And the important part is you should be aware how much I am earning, what is the 50% of my amount which goes to needs, what is the 30% of the amount which should go to wants, and what is the 20% of the amount which should be untouched and going to my savings and investment. The problem with mediocre people is that even though they are getting money, they are not segregating it in proper ways. That is the first challenge. Second challenge is they are not compromising with the savings and investment, but so they are not compromising what their needs and wants, but they are doing a lot of compromise with the savings and investment. So everything comes first. The needs are coming first, wants are coming first, and savings and investments are coming last. So अगर कुछ बच गया तो सेव करेंगे. That is the mentality. Yes or no? कुछ बच गया अगर महीने के एंड में तो हम सेव करेंगे, अदरवाइज नो. So that should be the 20%, which is a minimum bracket. 20% should be done first. So let's say you are earning 10,000, whatever is the 20% is 2,000. Make 20 to 2,000 aside on very first day when you are getting your income. Is it clear? You have to keep it aside untouched on the very first day so that you are able to now clearly understand, okay, this is the 8,000 which I have to use, out of which 5,000 should go to my needs and 3,000 is for my wants. Do you know what is the challenge here now when we talk about savings and investment? A question to all of you. Let's say I roll out an offer that every single day I have two options for you. The first option is I will give you 3 lakh rupees every single day for 30 days. I will give you 3 lakh rupees for every single day for 30 days. That is the option number one which I give you. Now the second option is I will give you 1 rupee on one day and I will double it on the second day. And this is how I will continue till 30 days. So for first day 1 rupee, second day 2 rupees, third day double, which is 4 rupees, fourth day double, which is 8 rupees. So these are two options which I am giving to you. Now everyone put in the chat box which option would you choose? Kanam is saying option 2. What about others? Harsha is also saying option 2. What about others? What about others? Come on. 2. Okay. Why 2? Can anyone explain why the option 2 is perfect? You're choosing option 2? Absolutely, Karnam. Compounding interest. Absolutely. This is what people fail to understand because at the beginning, this compounding does not shows result. Yes or no? It's not showing result. I hope Lakshay and Manisha, you both are also clear. If not, let me show you the power of compounding, which everyone has to understand. So I will pull up an Excel sheet quickly. Okay, here. So what I'm saying, these are 30 days. Here, I'm giving you 3 lakh rupees on day 1. And in the first case, what I said, I will continue to do that for 30 days. Okay. थोड़ा सा इसको visible करते हैं. And the second option was, I will give you 1 rupee, then I will double every single day. right? I hope this will take. Why is it going in decimals? Yeah, it's working. Now, can you all see what happened with the people who are getting just double of the amount every single day for 30 days? Where are they landing up? Can you see the difference in the amount in just 30 days? So that is the power of compounding. That is the superpower of compounding. Even though you start from the minimum thing, you will be ending up with a very good amount. Now, if the people who is doing already, savings and investment was rupees 3 lakh per month, they will be super duper happy. There is a no comparison. Till 19th day, if you see, till 19th day, they are at, the people, the person who is doing compounding, they are doing nothing. Yes or no? But from the 28th day, there is a game changer movement we are able to see. They are nowhere reaching what the 3 lakh people is able to do. That is the power of compounding that we need to understand. So जिनको लगता है ना कि यार बचते ही नहीं है पैसे सेव करने के लिए, right? You need to understand कि even saving 1 rupee, 2 rupee, 100 rupees is also your wealth building, is also going to contribute to your wealth building. Right? That is the importance, that is the power. So from the day one, whenever you are earning, if you in case you are into job, make sure you know how much is your income, what is your take home salary. No matter if you're into business, no matter you are into job, you are completely aware about your take home salary, and you are completely aware about the number which is 50% of your salary. You're exactly clear about the number which is 30% of your salary, and then 20%. Make sure as the salary is getting credited, you are immediately removing the 20% into savings and investment, right? Because savings and investment is something which is going to give you power of wealth, power of protection. What is wealth actually? पैसा है क्या? It is not happiness. It is not, which is going to make you famous. Money only gives you options to choose from multiple things. अगर पैसा नहीं है, then you are biased. You have to be कि यही लेना है, यही आपके बजट में. Yes or no? But if in case you have money, you are able to create options for yourself, for your life. And when you are able to choose from multiple things, that gives you the sense of freedom. समझ आया? That gives you sense of freedom. And when you are free to choose anything, उससे बड़ी खुशी क्या हो सकती है? That is the biggest happiness in life. तो जो लोग कहते हैं पैसे से खुशी नहीं मिलती है, पैसे से चीजें नहीं होती, everything is somehow, money is a medium which is leading you to that way. Clear? समझ आया? So even though no matter what is the money that you are earning, from today itself, what you have to do is you have to segregate into 3 different jars and make sure your jar of wealth is untouched. उसे नहीं छेड़ना है, उसके साथ कोई कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं. That should be your intention. If in case this is the amount I have to put in that box, no matter what it happens, I'm not going to touch it. Yes, of course, if there is something which is very very uncertain, money and unexpected, then in the savings वाले में आपको देखना है what was the saving I did for my immediate funds. होता है ना, we need sometimes money. So that is why I'm saying you have to put the money into different brackets. एक immediate fund के लिए कि आप you can withdraw it from there, and there should be something which you can easily withdraw after 2 years, 3 years, and there is something which you are not going to touch for even for 10, 20 years. So this is how you have to segregate. And now there are multiple options. You can go for mutual funds, you can do SIPs, you can go for stocks and bonds, you can do some gold investments. There are multiple kind of things that you can do. But it is very important to create wealth. And everyone can do that. Everyone can do that if you are able to use it wisely. The problem with middle class people is even though they are earning good, आप सब मानोगे that we are earning 10x better than our parents. Yes or no? Our lifestyle has changed. It's 10x better than what it used to happen in our childhood. But the problem is that since we are not segregating, since we are not adamant with what our action should be in respect to the money, होता क्या है? When you are getting appraisal, when you are getting any kind of hike, when you are getting any kind of incentive or bonus in your job, immediately people spend in lifestyle upgradation. Lifestyle upgradation. Yes, we do reckless spending. We do lifestyle upgradation. हम क्या करते हैं? Immediately we start comparing our sofas with somebody else, our house with somebody else's. अब जो कार है, now this has also limitation कि डीजल कार कार है तो इतने इयर्स चलेगी, पेट्रोल कार है तो इतनी इयर्स चलेगी, वो भी एक लाइफस्टाइल अपग्रेडेशन है. After every 10 or 15 years, whatever car you have to change it, right? So the problem with this middle class people is they are working on lifestyle upgradation rather than creating wealth, rather than investing the money to the right sources. या यहाँ पे for your self education, for example, if you don't know how to spend money, how to save money, do some course, learn something, spend money to learn that. Absolutely करना. ठीक है? So people are not even clear about what is assets and liabilities. Thank you for the word that you have written in the chat box, but it's very important. Assets ही नहीं पता, liabilities ही नहीं पता. The only structure that we follow is पढ़ो पढ़ो पढ़ो, job करो job करो job करो. After the job, get married, take a home loan, buy a house, take a car loan, buy a car, and then entire life you spend, or maybe you earn so that you are able to pay your EMIs. This is the normal life cycle which middle class people are doing, yes or no? There are very few percentage, maybe I think 2 to 5% of people are there who are now already getting the homes from their parents. Otherwise, बाकी सबकी भी वही condition चल रही है, who are millennials especially, that they are into the process of building their houses, taking home loans and then paying EMIs. So come out of that scope and create a wealth for yourself. Are you able to understand what I'm telling this? Absolutely. We fell into EMI trap. These EMIs, these credit cards are basically eat my income. EMI is not easy monthly installments, it's eat my income. You will not even realize when you got trapped into it. And लोगों को लगता है कि अगर आपने जिंदगी में घर नहीं बनाया तो आप कामयाब नहीं हो. They correlate your success with what kind of lifestyle you are living. If you don't have your own house, if you don't have your own car, it shows that you are not earning well in your life. आपको कोई कमी है, पैसे की कमी है. This is what middle class people feels like, look like. But these are the car and the home. If in case you are paying EMIs, these are not your assets. These are basically your liabilities. Until the day you are, you have completed your EMIs and the bank, it's free from the bank. Even though for the homes, definitely उसकी अच्छी खासी appreciation है. For example, if you bought a house, 2 BHK for 40 lakh, 50 lakh, after 5 years, 10 years, it will be appreciated to a good value. But for the cars, it is not like that. Cars are completely assets. It's not completely assets, it's completely liabilities, because you will pay it when you have brought. You are paying EMIs, even though the EMIs are over after 4-5 years. If you check the value of the car, it's lesser than the half also. Yes or no? So depreciation is very, very bad for the cars, and it cannot be turned into your, assets, because every time you're paying for it. अगर आपको चलानी है, you have to fill it. The tank should be filled. You have to spend a lot of money for the maintenance, right? So you are always spending money on it. So anything wherein you are spending money, it is a liability. It's not an asset. It is not a wealth creation. So wealth creation are, for example, you have lands, you have properties. If you have invested in, shops where you are getting rental income. So these are your wealth building. Understood? So savings भी ऐसे करो जहां से you are able to create some kind of rental income. So think about it. If you are not aware, spend your money right now. अगर सबसे पहले, if you don't have any knowledge of money, how money can create money for you, then the first thing you should be doing is invest your money into learning the skill how I can create wealth from wealth. All right. So this is the part. This is the very important chapter of life that we all need to understand. The wheel, the cycle of wealth, how to create that, understand the difference between assets and liabilities, right? And also, do not put all the eggs in same basket, which means if in case you have 2000 rupees in a month, save it in a way so that you have something to withdraw for your emergency, for your urgent funds. You have something to withdraw after 5 years or 6 years, and you have something to withdraw after 10 years, 15 years. So long term, mid term, and immediate goals ke basis pe you have to spend the amount in three different buckets. All right. Is it clear, everyone? So what we are going to do today, we are going to tap into our life. We will see ourselves and we are going to forgive ourselves for the wrong spending habits of money. Okay? So close your eyes and possible be on camera so that I can see you, whether you are able to hear me, listen me, get my instructions. Okay? Perfect. So sit relaxed, close your eyes, take a deep, long breath in, exhale slowly from your mouth. Once again, take a deep, long breath in, exhale slowly from your mouth. Relax your shoulders. Relax your shoulders. You are carrying a lot of pressure, a lot of stress on your shoulders. Keep your spine straight. Make sure you are not lying on anything. Give yourself comfort. Feel your body. All right. Now, I want to scan your life since childhood. In the childhood, you have always been provided from your parents. So I want you to reflect how easily your wants and needs were taken care of. And feel gratefulness for the money you have been provided. Be grateful for the money. Moving forward, when you are a student, when you are going to the school, how everything has been taken care for you. Your school uniform, your clothes, your sports assets, your books. You wanted to go to school picnic. You wanted to buy some extra stationaries. You wanted to throw a party to your friends on your birthday. How those expenses were taken care of by your parents. How universe was there to support you. Be grateful for that money. Moving forward, few more years ahead, when you are into college, you had different demands. You had different lifestyle. You had different expectations. Be grateful how your expectations have been taken care of by your parents and the universe. Even though if in case you feel, no, it was not like that. I faced struggle. I struggled for my, needs and wants. Still be grateful for whatever has been provided to you. Because every struggle gives you a lesson. Every struggle makes you more stronger person. That is why who you are. So be grateful for the money, for the wealth which was there in your life, in your college time. Remember the best days of life in the college days, in the college time. Maybe outing with your friends, participating in a fest, dressing up in your favorite wardrobe. Everything could not have been possible without money. Either you earned it or you have been provided. Feel the gratefulness towards that wealth, towards the money. Fast forward, when you were married, your lifestyle changed. Your needs and wants are different. And maybe now, because you are earning yourself, you feel that I'm independent to make my decisions. And maybe you have made some wrong decisions in your life in terms of spending money. You definitely enjoyed the life in the best possible way, but somehow you failed to manage your savings and investments. You did not focus on the wealth creation. So, first of all, be grateful for the great life that you have lived, even though it was not great. But whatever possible things you did for yourself, I want you to be grateful, which was possible because of the money you earned. So take a pause. Just scan through the things that you have enjoyed in your life after you became independent. Because the choices in your life is all because of the money you have. Now, put your right hand on your heart. Put your right hand on your heart. We understand that money is very powerful. Money is super powerful. It should not be the only reason for our happiness, but definitely it is one of the medium to make us happy. So, say, I'm sorry that I am not able to make good choices in my life. I want all of you to repeat these sentences after me. I am sorry I am not able to make good choices in my life when it comes to money. Please forgive me for some wrong decisions I have taken in saving money for myself, for my future. Please forgive me for not realizing the concept of saving and investment at the right age. Thank you, money, for always supporting me for whatever you have. I am sorry that even though there were good times in my life which I could have used for savings and investment, but I didn't do that. Please forgive me for becoming a spendthrift and not realizing the power of money that time. Thank you for always being a supporter for me, always standing by my side. I love you, money, for giving me this beautiful life. I am sorry that I misused you multiple times. Please forgive me for not respecting you that you deserve. thank you for always taking care of my needs and wants. I love you, money, from bottom of my heart. Because of you, I'm able to create this beautiful lifestyle. I'm sorry that I wasn't wise with you. Please forgive me for disrespecting you. Thank you so much for all the love and care that you have given me throughout my life. I love you for all the values that you create in my life. Now I want you to just imagine that your heart channels are opening towards money. Feel the abundance. And there are multiple channels which is getting created and it is connected with universe. See a thread of connection from your heart to the universe. A white thread is coming from your heart, connecting to the universe. And this is the connection of abundance. Declare to the universe, I am open for abundance. I am open to receive whatever you have to offer. Because I am sure you have best things for me. And I am open to receive from you. And I commit that I am going to learn how to save and invest for my future. Because I understood the concept of compounding. I understood how I can make more money. I understood how I have to divide whatever I earn so that I could not live paycheck to paycheck every single time. So I'm open to receive abundance and love and money in my life. I am open to receive abundance, love, and money in my life. I am open to receive abundance, love, and money in my life. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Very good. Put your hands down. Become aware of your body. Become aware of the place you are sitting. Rub your palms. Very good. Put on your eyes. Through your neck, through your shoulders. And when you feel you are ready, slowly open your eyes with a beautiful smile. All right. So how was the day? How was it? Did you learn something new? Are you able to open the channel for yourself? Make sure you are opening the channels. Make sure you are maintaining 3 jars in your life. Jar number 1 is for your immediate needs. Second is for want. And the percentage for needs is 50%. Percentage for want is 30%. And percentage for your savings and investment is 20%. And that should be untouched. That should be untouched, right? No matter what, definitely there is a portion which you can withdraw when you are into need. But yes, it should be untouched and that should be kept aside on the priority. All right. With that intention, I really want to understand and make sure in your life that you are able to maintain this cycle. Okay. Take care, everyone. Bye. Bye. See you all tomorrow.